They can't stop the day we dissect the news. Flipping on the edge, choices to choose. Politics and laughter, a blend that's so real. Tuning for the stories that make you feel. With guests from every angle, let's bridge the divide. Finding the truth in the humor we can't hide. The Prime Directive, where the laughter's alive. Society's reflections, let's help each other thrive. Politics and culture, oh what a blend. Join on the journey, let's set the trend.
Well, let's get going here. All right, welcome to another episode of the Prime Directive. That's right.
Not to be confused with the Prime Directive.
We have some guests.
If you're wondering what kind of a day we've been having,
yes.
That's the kind of day.
That's right. Not the Prime Erective, the Prime Directive. Directive.
Not that podcast.
So we have a couple of little white guests with us. This is Squirty. And then we have a new little one.
Yes.
This is Iris down here. You probably can't see her, but she is our sweet little adoption mill dog, Morky, from the National Mill Dog Rescue. And we got her about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks.
Yeah, not
after
long.
we did lose our other one, Cadence. So every time we lose one, we always keep our hearts open for a new one, just because we
new
know that
family member.
Their spirits will be with us, forever and ever.
And that is why I've taken Eric's spot on the couch.
That's right.
Because they are. Last time I did not sit on the couch. Squirt tried to hurl herself off the couch, and so we're hoping she behaves just a little better. And but I feel terrible about this seating arrangement because I have stolen Eric's spot.
Eric just needed a little space from after a full year of sitting next to me. He's just like, all right, I am so done with his loud voice.
No, it's not
my
that.
ear is ringing.
It was the gas. It was the really bad.
Oh man!
It was like those little clips now on TikTok where the people like do the gas bombs with the people with the suits.
The inflatable suits.
My God.
Eric is so addicted to those videos that I'll be asleep and I'll hear him dying of laughter, and he's watching TikTok videos of people spraying fart gas into somebody's inflatable suit. And he can't get enough. This is how highbrow his TikTok viewing is.
So again, I do want to just point out, as I've said in one of the earlier episodes of the Prime Directive, what are you doing here? Seriously, don't you have
You could be watching fart videos. You could be.
After you listen to our highbrow discussion, we'll put in some links for the clips that I'm talking about, and you can laugh for the next half hour.
Where you could be. We'll put in links for where you could be viewing.
Actually, that should be it. Yeah. Considering we're doing this, ushering in the new year, which, by the way, Happy New Year to everyone out there.
Yeah, and hope you had a good Christmas.
Hope you had a fantastic
holiday.
Christmas and entire holiday season.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because I just feel like maybe that should be our new directive, is to direct people to other funny stuff.
That we found, yes.
Why not, right? Why not? That makes a lot of sense to me. Figuring out what's funny to laugh, especially given everything. Every time I turn on the news, it's like, what? What is happening?
Hey, you remember the wise words of who was it? Wasn't it Charlie Chaplin who said, "Viewed over the short term, life is a tragedy.
Yep.
Looked over the long term, life is a comedy."
Comedy.
Nice.
And in some cases, a triumph. I mean, his life is definitely a triumph where he came from and how he was able to use his genius and stuff. I love that guy. Charlie Chaplin, he wasn't a perfect guy.
No.
I know his personal life, if you Wikipedia that thing, personal life was a little, at times, sus.
Well, whose isn't?
What is that? What was that? What is the show called? Is it Schitt's Creek?
Yes.
Be suspicious. Be suspicious. Yeah.
Of Charlie.
What a great show!
Yeah.
What a great show!
Yeah.
But just before Eric takes over, we are giving hints as to our purpose, which is reflecting over the year and then, launching for the new year for these two. But it's been a whole year that you two have been doing this.
No. So let me read our spiel and then let's talk about this year.
Do you want to also provide a little context?
Okay, so context for this is we've been thinking about how to continue to refine our vision and our mission. Unlike most podcasts that I think are out there, we're not super driven, I don't think, by the financial. I just don't think that is us.
Wait. Hold on a second. You all are not here for the money?
Good God. Now, don't get me wrong. You want to support our Patreon page, go for it. But or subscribe and click.
What about...
Smash that button!
I was going to say...
all our marketing of water and things like that.
And
stay hydrated, people.
Show update. Mm-hmm. But, Chode update. Smash that like button.
Yes.
No, but I honestly, we're going...
Sorry. Chode update. Short but sweet.
Short but sweet, like the button you're going to smash to subscribe.
Deep and wide.
Oh my God. No, so we...
One of those days. I'm not going to go there.
I know.
Oh, that was too much. Okay.
So we were thinking about ways to continue to refine our mission. Just stop it. And we came up with a new jingle. We'll run it by people. We're gonna keep our old one for now, but there might be a new jingle coming in, and we have a new intro. We have a new intro. If you want to hear it, while he cries of laughter.
I know. We should make him do it.
I'll read it.
He wants to do it.
I'll read it.
Okay. So this is the new one. It's in bold.
Okay. Is that okay? Excellent. All right. Well, first and foremost, thank you for joining us. You are welcomed to the Prime Directive, a podcast with a bold mission where we explore this strange new world of ours by asking hard questions, rejecting easy answers, and by listening to people we disagree with. Step outside of the algorithm, leave the comfort of the echo chamber, and engage with ideas thoughtfully, respectfully, and with a sense of humor. Because someone has to put the civil back in civilization.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. And the Chode back in Chode update.
You have to do it.
Yes.
No, but so this year has been really, really amazing. A year and about a month ago, Admar and I were sitting on the couch downstairs, and Liesl was there with us.
Which is a different couch than this one.
Different than this one, but close color, but not. Anyway, we were just talking about the state of what's going on, right? We were talking about the state of what the hell's happening in society, and what we could do. What could we do to try to reach out to people ages 18 to 45, looking at our demographic stuff, especially young men, but women too, but young people, especially under 45, but not exclusively, but just young people, to reach out and build a community of maybe not exactly like-minded people, but at least people willing to be thoughtful and to listen and to engage and with the idea to promote civility, because what we kept seeing, what we've been seeing since 2014 or so, 2015, what we've been seeing in society is a society descending into incivility, uncivility, whatever the word is. We've been seeing a society that's been gurring at each other instead of talking to each other. And we were like, what the hell can we do? Because we do have a local university, we love it, but it always just has kind of like very specialized topics and lectures and focuses of study. It's not a broad enough brush. We wanted to be a broader brush to try to pick up people and feature some amazing academics and personalities and business owners and artists and friends and neighbors and show that society is still not broken. As much as the media and everything else might try to portray it that way, that our humanity is still alive and well, and that there's always light, even in the darkest of evenings. And so anyway, So that's our spiel. A year and a month ago, we sat down there and we're like, what are we going to do? And Liesl's the one who says, why don't you guys do a podcast? And you were like, let's do a podcast.
I think it was actually Admar.
Was it him first?
Yeah,
okay, so he said, do a podcast. And then she said, let's do a podcast. And then I was third and was like, are you sure you want to do a podcast? And then we were all like, talked about it.
No, it was definitely Admar first.
Yep.
Definitely Admar first.
Liesl second, I think.
And no, well, I thought it would, that you two would be the automatic two to do it. And I could be support and occasionally jump in, but working on the textbook has taken the majority of my time.
Yeah.
So it was definitely not something that I definitely wanted to see you two do it primarily, and then I could hop in occasionally.
And it was really born out of our conversations that we've been having for weeks and months. You would come over to dinner,
Yes.
right?
Years.
Yes.
Yeah, you come
It's
over
been
to,
years.
Yep.
We have commented on each other's posts.
Yep.
It's been years
on
that
Facebook and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
on all and but it was really the sort of the questions about society and where we are heading, and the advent of this new technology, that this new technologically advanced world that we are faced with.
Yeah.
And the questions really arose in terms of, well, what does that mean for us as humans?
Yes.
How do we maintain that humanity in this world where everything is digitized, in this world where there aren't many interpersonal connections being made anymore? I mean, look at the statistics. The statistics presently are, showing us the path that we are looking to just simply stay in our own echo chambers, to stay within our algorithms.
We have to fight it. We have to fight that urge.
Well, we have to basically just do what I've heard recently is that there are a lot of younger generations who are looking to simplify their entire life. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, sure.
Where they just simply
minimalism
has become a thing.
Yeah.
And that includes technology. Like, I'm not interested in smart this, smart that. I want to disconnect. And I think there's a great saying with the new generations, and it's, you need to touch grass.
You gotta touch grass.
You need to go walk
Yeah.
on. You need to be out in nature.
Listen, I was just talking.
Yes.
I wish I was talking. God, I'd love to have him here. But I was listening to this guy named Yuval Noah Harari. I don't know if you know this guy. He's a thought leader out of Israel, and unbelievable, like a genius IQ kind of futurist and social theorist and stuff. And he takes weeks and just disconnects. He goes on meditation missions and things like that. No phone, no nothing, no news. He goes and meditates, and he does that because his brain has to heal. He talks about this.
And I actually just recently read that scrolling or doom scrolling actually completely rewires your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Completely rewires
we know
your
that.
brain.
Well, I have a colleague that did a retreat over the summer, and she did not not for 10 days straight.
Yeah, that's incredible.
She was at a meditation retreat.
Who is that? That's Dr.
K. Yoon, Dr. Yoon. And she did this, and it was like a cleansing retreat, and she's Korean, and she does a lot of research in a lot of different areas, and she's just incredibly mentally healthy, such a mentally healthy person, but this was something she's wanted to do.
We'll get her on here.
Wouldn't that be fantastic?
We'll have her talk about meditation.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Yeah, we'll have her talk about meditation.
I'll get
and
her
journey to America.
Yeah.
From the Asian world,
and she does research on team building.
Yeah.
She does research on a lot of different areas. But
can you imagine how strong you must have to be to go for
10 days without speaking?
10 days.
Obviously no technology, and
like
just
this right here. You can't.
How did she was she on her own?
No, this was at a retreat facility.
So it was at a facility. So I thought, like,
you probably have a board you can write on if you need to write on.
You're able to, unless of course you're well versed in American sign language, for instance, or other sign language.
Or board or whatever. Or maybe there might even be like a little computer or something there that you just can type in words or something like that.
My guess is they probably don't watch the news there. Cause
what would be interesting to me, because I would love to talk to her more, because I've just only briefly really talked to her a little bit about it. But the when you leave, starting the communication again, like reintegrating back into the world, like coming back home to your husband, coming back home to work, going back and then begin, like the noise probably is deafening of just the reintegration into a world of communication constantly and communication overload.
But I bet it's also really sweet. It's like if you've gone a long time without having like a chocolate fudge sundae, and then you finally have one after 6 months or 10 days or whatever it is.
Maybe.
It's incredible.
Maybe.
Are you equating
in my case a couple days?
But maybe it's too sweet.
Whoa.
Maybe it's too sweet, and then you're like, this is because
so
that's
go slow.
Mm-hmm. And maybe a little goes a long way, and that's probably what you learn is that it's just too much. It's too much all the time.
Yeah.
And
it just is. Our bandwidths are, and so what's happening is I think students are, it's a defense mechanism. Students I teach, at least, I think a certain percentage of young people tune you out. And it isn't that they're being rude all the time. I think it's that it's a defense mechanism to recover. Yeah, you're on information overload. And so you literally have to stop. And it's almost like I'm going to go insane unless I get a second to just decompress and get away from stuff,
Yeah.
And so, if you're a young person who checks out our new channel, put your thoughts in the comments, please. Let us know what maybe your best strategies are.
And share those with other people who might benefit from them.
We'd love for you to subscribe.
Right? Well, we want that, but this is a safe place, a community to come. I swear to God, we're not trying to make a buck off of you. Jesus. That just drives me up a wall every time I see, here, come to the self-help channel, but smash that subscribe button. And you're like, my God. Even my therapist is trying to cash in on me. My therapist is giving me a fucking credit card, Jesus.
Should I cancel my car orders now?
God. No, we're not that. This channel, this podcast, the mission of this is the Prime Directive.
We all have other jobs. We're all doing. We're all gonna make our bills.
We'll be just fine. Even these little
everything
ones.
that we need to make sure of, and
we do, and we'll be fine. That's not the point of this. The point of this is to try to connect with others, find that northern star, learn from others' journeys. And then hopefully build a community. One of the goals that I had set for this year, because I was going to ask you guys about goals that you thought we could do for the year, but one of the goals I would love us to hit on this channel is to get 1,000 subscribers.
We're doing really well on the not making any money part. We're doing awesome. All we're suggesting is we're doing great.
No, that ain't why we're in existence. I'm sure people will be like, "Oh, then your channel sucks. Why am I going to turn into you?" That's a different podcast. Go to the Warren Buffett podcast or whatever. That's and there's a bunch of,
or Scott Galloway. He actually did a pretty good.
I don't think Warren
there's a lady named Erin does finances. I think it's Erin. I love her show because she's also very much down to earth. She just gives good advice about finance and stuff. And
it's wonderful to actually see so many individuals out there who truly are looking to share their expertise to benefit, other. I think we touched upon this actually in one of the first few episodes that we had discussed, and it was all about, and I forget exactly what the conversation was, but the thing was always pertaining to, or the thing was not always pertaining to, but it was all about we as humans. I think we feel best when we serve and help others.
Yeah. It releases oxytocin. It releases.
We feel better about ourselves.
Yeah.
If you hold the door open for someone.
Yeah, we're hardwired this way.
Yeah.
Most of us. I mean, to qualify
right.
that. Most of us are hardwired to care about other people. We're social creatures.
And to actually do something to make someone know that there's somebody out there who's who's caring enough and wants to help out or can help out in certain situations. And it could be something as simple as, it's like when I'm driving and it's Monday morning and everybody is just trying to get to where they're going. It's like, hey, I'm gonna make sure if I see your turn signal on, I'll make sure to allow you to make that lane change.
Just let the person in, for God's sakes. Why?
It's like, instead of seeing, and I don't know, I guess this, not to go down this rabbit hole, but there have been so many instances of road rage.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And it's become so downright awful.
Well, people think they have the anonymity in their car.
Well, that's actually and the behavior, and the willingness to take out their frustrations out on people like that. It is just so inappropriate.
And again, for the people that are watching us, what do you do? What do you do to deal with the traffic
road rage,
anger? And I felt it inside of me with people cutting me off and almost hitting me, and oh God, or the person who, if the turn signal goes left and they're on their phone or they're doing something else, and you're like, oh God. I try to give like a little, almost like a polite honk, like a
you're not laying on the honk,
but it just kind of like a little clown car.
Well, speaking of,
that's what we should do. That's what we should change all the horns to make it sound like the clown car. Yeah, and everybody would be happier.
Like
we'll call it the chode horn.
Really?
It had to go back to that.
Of course. Well, speaking of road rage, when I think of rage in general, one of the things I think, if we're going back to starting this podcast and our objectives at the time 1 year ago, part of it at the time was like almost therapy. Mm-hmm. It was
still
going to be, and I think it is still, because when you two plan, let's film an episode, it's like therapy for, I think, the two of you. And I think
not for you,
but for me.
No,
well,
this is where you. Yeah.
No, this is a chore. This is.
I was going to say this is a chore. This is where the actual real. For anybody who's curious how any of this actually works, is here's the reason why. Eric and I just kind of show up and we're like, all right, let's just talk.
Like guys.
Yeah.
This is their therapy session. Their therapy session. And it works. It was magic from the start, I think.
Well, we're friends. I mean, and that's why it works. It's because we're friends.
That's right.
No, we're friends, and it's unscripted. We don't have. I mean, if you look at this, I do have like some notes I jotted down. We're already off. We're not even on anything I even thought about. We're off on our own talk. The thread is always
like, where was that thread? I knew it was here somewhere.
Else, so.
And when I'm editing, I'm always going, what in the is going on? Because I'm like, they were started here, they're over here. Are we ever going to get back? Because I try to like figure out the name of the episode, and then I have to figure out where to cut an episode and then start a new one. And that's always.
So
super
this
fun.
This is our genius producer. This is
my wife. This is
the
non-professional.
You have no idea
hobbyist.
the hours she spent editing and splicing.
Okay, so
and then covering up, because half of the stuff I say sometimes I'm off by. We just did a billion million trillion clip or million billion trillion clip, and I screwed up the billion trillion part, whatever, close enough. But
it's somewhere in the ballpark.
She's like, you got the wrong date, or you got the
a billion trillion.
But
and by the way, thank you for saying that. Which just reminds me, anytime you have any conversation, and it's like. You will inevitably make mistakes, and that's why we want to continue for everybody out there. Please fact check everything.
I put links. Now that's my job. I put all links and stuff that we're talking about.
Call us out.
So you can see.
Call us out.
And if I'm citing somebody that's completely unreliable, let us know.
We want to learn too.
Yeah.
That's the whole. I feel like
it never ends.
It never ends. Thank you.
Ends.
We want to learn. That's the whole point. You're supposed to continue to learn. You're supposed to continue to understand different viewpoints, and the only way you're going to do that is by having that.
Well, we have the smartest listeners, so school us, listeners.
No, we really do. The people who do listen to our channel are overwhelmingly college educated men. That North America is our predominant demographic.
Hold on a second.
Wait a minute.
Did you all do research on this?
We did.
It did analytics. He gets those.
YouTube, but
and smart women.
Very smart women, extremely smart women.
I was about to say
18%, but all college educated. But if you're not, then don't worry about it because it's. No, but our topics are
smart men.
Our topics are esoteric and philosophical, and we'll jump
That's
into.
only Eric. I have no idea why you're here listening to anything I say.
We'll
yes,
talk about
we did
cars.
say that at the beginning.
We'll talk about cars and Schwarzenegger movies and
yes, and aliens.
And
always
boobs.
aliens.
Yes, that's why you're here. Aliens.
And boobs.
And boobs and all that other good stuff.
That's
so,
always Admar. Admar will throw in boobs.
Cars and boobs.
We also needed to tell you, because my background, I make mistakes all the time. My background is lecturing, but, at the university, I always tell my students, call me out and correct me. And because I want to learn from them as well. So I'm used to this. I'm used to making mistakes or a misstep and having my students talk with me so I've been doing that for nearly 30 years. So because
Liesl is actually closing in.
I know
retirement.
I am closing in on retirement.
Wait a second. Sorry.
Oh, Admar's getting excited. Remember, Admar was my student. Everyone, that is how this all started. The whole thing started because Admar was my TA.
Yeah.
So that's the foundation this whole thing's built on.
I was gonna say
education and
yes,
students
and it was many moons ago.
What made you many moons ago? What inspired you to take her class? Did you read about her from somebody else, or was it random, or?
Actually, it's a wonderful question for those of you who have had the unfortunate
who are still here, despite our
despite everything,
our warnings and encouragement not to be.
Correct.
Still here.
You're still here. In one of the episodes when we talked about our path to education, I just needed to graduate.
It was just like throwing darts at a board.
And I will tell you one of the
things. And the universe guided that dart. Right
it was just
class.
like meant to be. It was so meant to be.
And that's the thing, that sometimes certain things land in your lap, and you do not. You have to be open enough to a new experience in terms of, I'm going to take a class I otherwise would have not taken, or something that opens up your eyes and you.
Which one was it?
It was intro. No, it was not intro. It was ethical leadership.
Ethical leadership.
Ethical leadership.
That was such a phenomenal class. I remember in the semester after, I remember I looked up every single class you were teaching, and I took every single class you had.
You did.
And when you didn't have enough classes, I came and asked if there is anything else I can do to take more of your classes, and you said, well, I need a TA for
summer.
For summer, are you available? And I was like, done. I'll take it.
That's right.
I'll take it.
And to this day, I think she always says you're the best TA that you ever had. So.
Yep.
Which, by the way, does not speak anything, in terms of me. It actually speaks, more in terms of. It really does, because you have, and that's the other thing too. And this is something that we'll talk about at some point. Sometimes the best thing you can do is put yourself in a position or a circumstance or a situation that you're not necessarily best, suited for in terms of your skill level, your knowledge, your abilities, and then you start to sort of like squirm to figure out, how do I get this done, taken care of, because it actually teaches you how to deal with those circumstances or situations where you're like, I don't know exactly what I need to do here, but I gotta figure this out. And I think what you do so incredibly well, and I think this is true of many good mentors, teachers, parents, grandparents, friends. I'm not going to give you all the answers, but I will give you every tool along the way for you to succeed. And I think what you are so incredibly good at, Liesl, is the fact that you always provide just enough support and the tools needed to get the job done, and to allow, even if the job is not done perfect, it allows for those learning opportunities. And as Eric actually once said, you have to reflect to figure out what worked, what didn't, what do I need to keep and continue to improve on, and what do I need to discard. Which, by the way, again, the whole point of the podcast, you are welcome, because it's I was going to say it's not me, it's you.
Well, no, it is so you, and it's so every student who takes those tools and runs with them.
Like you have a book soon to come out, which will be almost like a guide map that a person could follow.
Yes, the book will fix everything. The book's gonna just fix it all.
Because we have such incredible literacy rates.
Exactly.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go there.
Oh no, I know. And our book is long. I'm just telling everybody. Our book is not. I mean, everyone said, keep your textbook short. And there's 3 of us. There's 3 authors. Our textbook's not short, and everyone said these like a Bible. modern textbooks, in order to be successful, have to be really short and sweet. Yeah. And ours just isn't. There's so much to say.
This is the medium we can make it short and sweet.
That's another
But then
thing.
the readers,
nobody wants to read anything.
I know, but that's okay. I think you should do the audiobook, and you can listen to it.
I was gonna say there's yet another argument to be made for chodes.
Yeah. Our book is not a chode. It's not a chode textbook.
No, it's not.
It's not a chode textbook.
No, it's the opposite.
Darn it.
As we close the chapter, lend us your ear. The Prime Directive's calling, so let's pass a beer. The Prime Directive, where the laughter's alive. Society's reflections, let's help each other thrive. Politics and culture, oh what a